Hey there, Agile Adventurer. Just a quick question. What if, for the price of a fancy coffee or half a pizza, you could unlock over 700 hours of the best Agile content on the planet? That's audio, video, e-courses, books, presentations, all that you can think of. But you can also join live calls with world-class practitioners and hang out in a flame war-free and AI slop-clean Slack with the sharpest minds in the game. Oh, and yes, you get direct access to me, Vasco, your Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. No, this is not a drill. It's the Scrum Master Toolbox membership. And it's your unfair advantage in the Agile world. So if you want to know more, go check out scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. That's scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. And check out all the goodies we have for you. Do it now. But if you're not doing it now, let's listen to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our TGIF and Product Owner episode this week with Anh Vu. Hey, Anh, welcome back.
Yeah, glad to be back, Vasco.
So Friday is Product Owner episode, of course, and we're going to talk about what great product owners look and work like in a minute. But before that, share with us, Anh, what might have been potentially the worst product owner anti-pattern you've witnessed in your career.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the worst PO. This situation I would share is not really about the worst PO, but the worst situation when the PO and I and the team fall into. So I will call that the proxy PO. Like in some traditional enterprise, we will see the situation that we form a new Scrum team. We have the PO for that Scrum team, but that PO sometimes they not have the sufficient authority to make the decision from the backlog and to make the decision for the team. And instead, they will need to seek the approval or seek the permission from the committee, like, for example, 5 other departments or a lot of stakeholders to make the decision and get the expectation alignment and also prioritization. Sometimes the PO even not be able to make that decision on prioritization. And it's against the Scrum guide, but somehow thing is it in some of the enterprise, and I also fall into that situation with my team a while ago. So in this situation, I think it will be very challenging for the team and the PO as well, because whenever we face new things, face a new problem, we want to discuss and make decision quickly to move on with the PO, but the PO at that time will need to seek the approval or get the permission from someone else. And the feedback loop is long and it's not sufficient for the agile world. So it is like causing a lot of trouble and also demotivate the team and the PO to do their work effectively. And so it is the situation that I think it could happen for any Scrum Master, and we need to be like wiseful to like approach that. And in that situation, I also try to like help the PO and help the team, including me as well. So I join with the PO, get into the mud and like structure the way we engage with the external stakeholder, with the external departments. We've like starting from set up the regular touch points like 2-3 times a week. So to make sure that we can shorten the feedback loops, like whenever something changes, we have the next meeting to like try to sort out with them. And we also need to do the homework. Like before that meeting, we also help the PO and brainstorm with the team to prepare like variant a lot of options. Tactical one to solve the short term and strategic one for the long term. And we also try to facilitate the decision making in a timely manner to unblock the team. And also that way we try to enhance or improve the influencing for the PO, because he has all the information in front of the stakeholders. Even he not have the authority to make the decision, but he can like facilitate that effectively. And we also have the fallback option, like if all that is not working, so what we should do right now in this week to unblock the team, and we should all have that, and how to reduce the pain for the team and the PO.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's actually a very important approach. So first, set up those touch points, focus on reducing the feedback cycle so that the decisions, which will for sure come up, right? So we will have questions that need to be decided on, so that those decisions can be gotten quickly, and also help the PO navigate the network of stakeholders, because there will be different stakeholders, and finally have a plan B, right? Like if we can't make a decision, what do we do? Because otherwise we're running the risk of creating high levels of demotivation in the team. I really like that practical approach, because it isn't always possible. And sometimes it's not even a good idea to stop having a proxy PO, because the stakeholders might even be more distant, less available, right? So sometimes the proxy PO can become a great contribution for the team's agility if we help navigate this, connection with the stakeholders and reduce the feedback cycle. So that was a great story and very practical. And of course, sometimes we are lucky and have amazing product owners working with us. So let's dive into one of those examples, Anh. If you think about the best product owner that you've ever worked with, how did they work?
Yeah, in another project, I had a chance to work with a great product owner. Like, she not simply managing the backlogs, but she connects the dots between the customers, the business, the tech, and the strategy, and help the team to really understand the purpose of the work. And that PO is not really come from the business or marketing background. She come from the development background, but working for the company in like more than 7 years, and she know all the stuff, and she knows all the detail to the system and understand the system and all the development team very well. And it is also the unfair advantage for the PO, because she can work with the team very well. And but she also new to the PO role, and we can observe that she tried to learning a lot for the PO technique and all the PO skill. And we can observe that she start using those new tools for the PO, like the product roadmap. It's just started with the features and that. It's like very traditional plans. But then she start connecting that features and that with the user pain points to help the development team to really understand what value we bring to the table, what value or what problem we help the customer to solve. And also, by the time we also like adopting some other technique from the PO, like user story mapping, to connect from the individual story to the bigger step of the customer in the journey. And the good thing from the red PO, I think, is it's not always about the PO skill or always about the way she communicate with the team, but it's about the way she bring the clarity to the team. Like, she bring the purpose from the work. She help people to understand the value we bring. And then the team can be more motivated to deliver and to contribute to the big picture. So it is very important for the PO.
Yeah, that's actually a great perspective, that the motivation of the team must also be in the product owner's set of important things to worry about, right? Like, it's not only the backlog, it's also the customer pains. It's not only what we're doing, but also why we're doing it and communicating that. But it's also all of that because it helps with the motivation of the team. And if the team isn't motivated, then of course they will not have the energy, the focus to solve the little obstacles that they will for sure find, right? And that will then come back to the proctor and make their work even harder. So it's a great call out to focus on motivation as one of the responsibilities of the product owner. Not only the product owner, of course, but also the product owner. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that, Anh. We're almost at the end, unfortunately, but before we go, Anh, where can people go and find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
I think people can reach me in LinkedIn. So Anh Vũ. and I'm glad to connect to people and help out in the Scrum Master journey.
Absolutely. So check out the LinkedIn page on the show notes, and why not connect with Anh and strike up a conversation, ask a few follow-up questions, and maybe invite him to talk to your product owner whom you are struggling with. Anh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us this week and for being so generous with your time and your knowledge.
Yep, thanks for having me. Back so.
All right, I hope you liked this episode. But before you hit next episode, here's the deal. This podcast is powered by people like you, the members who wanted more than just inspiration. They wanted real tools and real connection to people who are practicing Agile every day. We're talking access to over 700 hours of Agile Gold, CTO level strategy talks, summit keynotes, live workshops, e-courses, deep dive interviews, books, and if you're into no estimates, we got the pioneers of no estimates in those deep dive interviews as well. Agile business intelligence, creating product visions, coaching your product owner courses, you name it. You'll get invites to monthly live Q&As with Agile pioneers and practitioners, plus a private Slack community, which is free of all of that AI slop you see everywhere, and of course, without the flame wars. It's a community of practitioners that want to learn and thrive together. It's the best place to connect with community and learn together. So if this podcast has helped you before, imagine what you will get from this podcast membership. So head on over to scrummastertoolbox.org/membership and join the community that's shaping the future of Agile. And we have so much for you. So check out all the details at scrummastertoolbox.org/membership, because listening is great, it's important, but doing it together, that's next level. I'll see you in the community Slack. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.